Man, that's cool. How does that even work?
Welcome to the oldest pin makers in America.
Thank you, Aaron. But do you guys still run these on the floor?
Oh, this is the last one. No, we just stopped this about a couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that
but
is
we
so
kept
cool.
we kept one so we could show it off.
Well, let me. How about you take me in and show me what's new on the floor then?
Check it out. Yeah, so that machine was how we made pins many years ago, 1870. But we ran them a long time. We ran the machines a really long time. But they would make pins like this phonograph needle.
That's very cool.
Isn't that wild? So phonograph needle right here, solid pin. We would taper a point on it. We would sell 200 per case, and we sold billions and billions of these things. Billions. This is a one order for 1.75 billion.
I don't even think there's shops now that could handle that kind of volume.
Isn't that crazy?
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and that was one order. So, I mean, in the 1920, we probably had 15 billion pins we were selling.
That's crazy. So
I don't know how much we charge for them.
Yeah. Oh my God. You'd have to charge pennies of pennies of pennies. Otherwise, you would have been billionaires way back in the 1800s.
Exactly. I know. I've looked for that receipt or that old purchase order, but I can't find it in our records.
Oh, that would be wild to actually see it. If you see it, you're gonna have to share it with me because I need to know that kind of information.
Wild, right?
So you've been in business since 1870.
1870.
Okay, I'm guessing you were not the man that founded this back in 1870.
No.
So how did you get to be here today?
So that's a very long story, but we can condense that.
Okay,
so
just a little bit shorter.
My great-great-grandfather, Walter,
Yeah.
Started the business in 1870 manufacturing pointed pins for the textile industry.
Okay.
And then the phonograph industry as well.
Wow.
Made that really always going through up until the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. We started making pins that didn't have tapers on them.
Okay.
So,
so you can do more than just tapered pins
more than tapered pins. And then if we were to really condense it, about 20 years ago, we got our first Swiss CNC machine.
Wow, so you've only been in the CNC world for 20 years
20
now.
years, right?
That's crazy.
We like to say, my wife Adria came up with this one, that we're a 156-year-old startup.
Because you're always innovating.
Yeah, because
like
we've changed so much and we've got so many new things happening and so much growth and so much new industry that we're represented in. So yeah, this is relatively new in our whole history.
So how many CNCs do you have here on the floor now then?
So we're looking at 31 machines over here. Our newest one is down there that we just brought in a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking about innovation. You've got displays up on the wall. How does that tie into your vision?
So, strategically, we like to run our business and we like to look forward, right? We're forward thinking and that's strategic. And we use rhythm systems that allows us to really capture our annual priorities.
Yeah.
We break that down into quarterly goals, and then we cascade those throughout the factory. So everyone's working on something that's pushing our annual goals forward.
I love that it's here on the floor. There's not a lot of companies, right? They always talk about all these big visions, but there's not a lot of people that bring the people on the floor into that vision as well.
It's super important for us to share that with our people. Makes it stronger.
That is cool. I can start to see why you've been around 156 years now.
Well, it's part of the DNA. I mean, right? It's part of the DNA of us, the quality of what we manufacture, right? Part of our DNA. If you don't make quality parts, you're not going to be in business very long.
No, right? And I love that it's all here in the U.S. too.
All here, yeah.
You're massive. You can do crazy quantities.
Yeah.
You can do more than just the tapered pins now.
Right. We're making very complex parts for aerospace, for defense, for medical. Wow. Those big three industries.
Well, and those are ones where you have to have quality. Otherwise, you do not get a repeat contract.
100% correct.
So what's the newest machine going to make possible for you guys as you're growing?
So this machine here is going to be making one specific part that's going to be used in an electronics application.
Okay, you got to be careful how much you say.
Right, electronics application. Wow. And we're doing 5,000 parts a month. So it's not a lot of quantity, but
still.
Yeah.
5,000 a month?
5,000 a month, yeah.
That's a good reason to get a machine.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what are some of the other things that you take a lot of pride in your continuing to advance the company here?
So one of the big pain points we had a couple of years ago was our cleaning operation, which is usually the end of the process for most shops.
And you get that wrong. They just send the parts back. They don't even deal with it.
Back, right? And maybe they're going to OSP, maybe they're going to plate, maybe they're going to a heat treater. They have to be super clean and dry.
Yeah. It's okay if they're not. The platers will just charge you an arm and a leg to do it.
Sure. Yeah. And you might have, the quality of the parts could be suspect. There could be some possible issues. So we purchased a industrial cleaning machine.
Oh wow.
IFP. And it's an Italian machine. And what this does, it's a closed loop system and does not use water. It's solvent based. And it'll clean, dry, and remove chips from baskets of parts for us.
So since you put this in, have you had any issues with your outside processing then?
No.
That's fantastic.
No. And the bottleneck is completely gone, right?
Yeah.
The bottleneck was, hey, all the parts are in clean. We got to get them out to shipping. We got to get them out the door. So that bottleneck is completely
And you can't lose any, and you can't damage them, and they got to go out pristine.
Of course. Yeah. So, that's the last step in the process.